We're even beating Aave and Morpho combined in revenue, generating like up to, I think we're projected to generate $4 million in revenue in this year alone. And then in the last year from June to
Amazing.
June, we generated almost $3 million of revenue. We can generate revenue by being in their vault or having our user liquidity in their vault. And then people earn because that gets supplied through to like Coinbase Bitcoin borrowers. So when that goes into the CBBTC USDC market on Morpho, that Coinbase retail borrowers borrow from on Base. And that's the retail borrow product that you might have seen launch in January. Yeah, let me just start with the basics. So our core markets, which we launched 2 years ago on Base, are basically simple peer-to-peer markets, multi-collateral. So think about it this way: supply Bitcoin, borrow USD coin, or supply any collateral asset like Ethereum or staked ETH, and then borrow any borrowable asset. Like maybe you want to borrow Arrow and farm, so you don't have to go buy Arrow to farm, right? And so that's a really popular product with more advanced users. And that's also how the Moonwell protocol generates a lot of revenue. For example, the Arrow market is our most profitable market because a lot of people want to borrow Arrow to farm and they don't want to take the directional risk on Arrow, whether it'll go down or up, right? And so it gives you a way to farm and earn those high APRs without actually buying Arrow. And so that's one. And then the second main use case we have is like these Moonwell Morpho flagship vaults that we launched over a year ago in June of 2024. And these, we call them the flagship vaults. They're for USD coin, ETH, and Euro coin. You can basically single-sided supply any of those assets, and then it gets borrowed out by borrowers on Morpho isolated markets. So the biggest borrower right now is retail users from the Coinbase retail app. Coinbase just launched this product in January. As a retail user, never even touching Base before, you don't even know you're using Base. They will create a smart wallet for you, which is like a passkey wallet on the Base network. They will wrap your Coinbase Bitcoin and withdraw it to there as CBBTC. So your Bitcoin stays in cold storage, and then they'll deposit it into this Morpho market for you. And then they'll allow you to borrow USD coin back to your Coinbase account. And then you can offer them to your bank. So they created this really nice kind of DeFi mullet product that allows someone that's never touched Base or never doesn't even know they're using DeFi to actually just borrow against their Bitcoin that's still in cold storage. And it's actually a really secure system because if you think about it, like Base is kind of centralized. It's operated by Coinbase. They haven't decentralized the sequencer yet, but they have the best cold storage solution in the world, and you're just wrapping it. You're not even moving it out of cold storage, and you're basically on an internal ledger that's just allowing permissionless smart contracts like Morpho and Moonwell to provide the borrowable liquidity for Coinbase Bitcoin borrowers to borrow against.